Hello, and welcome to English Podcast with Missy. Here we learn English for real life. Clear, slow, and simple. Let's learn English together. Are you ready? Let's begin. Hello, my dear friends. It's Missy here. And welcome back to our little English corner. A place where we share stories, learn, and breathe a little slower together. Today, I want to tell you a story about friendship. A quiet, beautiful friendship that began when I least expected it. It's called The First Friend I Made. When I was younger, I was shy. I loved silence, books, and small things. The smell of rain, the sound of pages turning, and the feeling of being safe in my own little world. But sometimes that world felt lonely. I used to watch people laugh and talk easily. I wanted to join them, but I didn't know how. I used to whisper to myself, "Don't force it, Missy. Just wait. Be patient." And you know what? That small voice, that gentle advice, led me to one of the most special people in my life. So, sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and let me tell you how it all began. At my new school, lunchtimes were the hardest. The cafeteria was full of noise. Chairs moving, people laughing, the clinking of plates, the hum of conversations. I often felt lost in all that sound. So I started going somewhere else. The library. It was quiet there. Peaceful. The sound of the clock ticking, the soft turning of pages, the warm smell of old books. That became my safe place. Every day I sat in the same corner, by the window where sunlight touched the table. I liked to read Anne of Green Gables. That story always made me feel understood. A girl with wild imagination, a little different but full of heart. And then one day, something small but important happened. When I opened my book, I saw another girl sitting at the next table. She was reading the same story, the same book, same edition, even the same bookmark color. I looked at her, then quickly looked down again. Should I say something? My heart started to beat faster. I thought, no, she might not want to talk. But something inside me said quietly, "Don't be afraid. Just try." So, I smiled and I whispered, "Do you like that story too?" She looked up, surprised for a second, then smiled back and said, "Yes, I love it. Anne reminds me of myself." I laughed softly. "Me too," I said. That was all. But somehow something new began in that small moment. After that, we started seeing each other more. Her name was Emma. She had calm eyes and a soft voice, like someone who understood silence. We didn't talk a lot at first. We shared short conversations. We talked about books, about our favorite tea, about small dreams. One day, she said, "Come sit here. The light's nicer by the window." Another time, she said, Try this. It's my favorite story. Simple words, but they made me feel warm, welcome. Those are imperatives. Come. Try. But not the kind that order. They were kind imperatives. They invited me in. That's when I realized something beautiful. When a friend says, sit here, or try this, or take your time, they aren't commanding you. They're caring for you. They're saying, I want you here. A few weeks later, it started raining after class. Everyone ran for cover, laughing, but Emma and I didn't rush. We walked slowly under one small umbrella and stopped at a cafe nearby. It was warm inside. Yellow light, soft music, the smell of chocolate and coffee. We sat by the window, watched the rain draw lines on the glass, and held our warm cups quietly. I don't know why, but that afternoon felt safe. And I told her something I had never said before. I said, I used to think I wasn't good at making friends. She looked at me and shook her head gently. Don't say that. She said, you are good at it. You just need the right people. She smiled and added, believe in your quiet self, Missy. Don't change. Just stay kind. Those sentences, don't say that, believe, stay kind, were all imperatives too. But they didn't sound strict or strong. They sounded like love. That's the power of tone. The same grammar, but a different feeling. Days turned into months. Emma and I became close friends. We shared stories, books, and even silence. Sometimes we didn't speak for long minutes. Just sat side by side, reading or thinking. And it never felt awkward. She once said, listen to the quiet. It says a lot. That sentence stayed with me for years. Because silence does speak. You just have to listen. And when I look back now, I realize that friendship doesn't have to be loud. It can be gentle, slow, and full of soft words like, don't hurry. Take your time. Look around you. Be patient. Those are imperatives too. But they sound like someone holding your hand. Now, many years later, when I walk alone or sit in a cafe, I still remember Emma's voice. When I feel anxious, I hear her say, breathe. Slow down. Don't worry. When I doubt myself, I hear, trust your heart. Be yourself. Keep going. And I smile. Because those simple imperatives have guided me through so many days. They're like small lights in my memory. Reminders to stay gentle. Stay hopeful. Stay true. Now, let's take a moment to learn together. In English, imperatives are words we use to tell someone what to do. But they don't always have to sound strong or bossy. They can also be soft, kind, or full of care. We usually start with the base form of the verb. Come, sit, listen, try, be, take. For example, take your time. That means don't rush. Relax. Be yourself. That means don't pretend. Be natural. Be who you are. Don't worry. That means everything is okay. Don't be afraid. Try this. That means I want to share something nice with you. Listen carefully. That means pay attention. Focus on what matters. Stay kind. That means keep being gentle. Keep your heart open. As you can hear, these imperatives are not commands. They're friendly suggestions. We often use them when we want to comfort, encourage, or invite someone. So when you use imperatives, remember, your tone, your voice, your smile, they change the meaning. Say them softly. Say them with love. Instead of saying, sit down, which sounds strong, you can say, come sit down. It feels more like an invitation. Imperatives are simple, but powerful. They can teach, guide, and comfort, all with just one word. That's what friendship taught me. That kindness isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. It whispers instead of shouting. And it often speaks through gentle imperatives. Take care. Rest well. Call me when you can. Don't give up. These small sentences build connection. They say, I see you. I care about you. So, if you're someone who is quiet or shy, remember, you don't need to change to make friends. You just need to be open, patient, and kind. Say hello softly. Smile. Ask a question. And if you feel afraid, tell yourself, don't hide. Try again. That's how friendship begins. With one brave word, one gentle voice. My dear friends, thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember, don't rush. Don't compare. Don't doubt yourself. Instead, take a deep breath. Be gentle with your heart. Believe in small beginnings. The world is full of people waiting for a quiet voice like yours. So go out there, slowly, softly, and let them see your light. This was the first friend I made. And maybe it will remind you of your first friendship too. That one person who saw you, understood you, and helped you bloom. Until next time, take care of yourself. And as always, stay kind, stay curious, and stay you.